just turning on our recording. So sometimes I
Yeah,
forget
no, that's
about these
fine.
things.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just give everyone a moment. But anyway, how are you? Whereabouts are you, Michael? Which part of the world are you in?
Uh, I'm actually in Illinois.
Cool, cool.
Are you familiar
Um,
with the area?
no, I'm not.
Where are you?
So we're usually based in New Zealand, but at the moment we're in Taiwan. So for a conference. So for the next couple of weeks, I'll be in Taiwan. So that's pretty good. I've been enjoying the food, but the time zone thing is confusing me a little bit. But it's been good. The trip has
Is
been
that where
good.
you're from? You look
Yes,
Taiwanese.
originally. Yeah, I am originally from Taiwan, but we moved to New Zealand 30 odd years ago now. So yeah. So I'm half
You're,
Kiwi and half Taiwanese, I think.
oh, that's excellent. That's a great combination.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So do you miss home now that you're there?
Um, yeah, so I think I mostly miss the food. And you just can't get the same food in New Zealand. So it's one of the things I really do enjoy is food. So yeah, I think coming back, believe it or not, you like to think that, after you come back to visit, we do come back quite often, but every time I come back and I kind of go around and start eating all the food I wanted to eat. But by the time I actually head back to New Zealand, I lost weight as appeared to put on weight. I think the amount of food I eat, I actually thought, ah, okay, that this is good. Eating and losing weight is a
Yeah,
great combo.
perfect
So
combination.
yeah, absolutely,
Everybody wants
absolutely.
to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I was like, oh, maybe I can do this more often. That would be great.
It sounds like it. If it's actually working out like that, that's an amazing plan.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, I think it might just be us. I understand there might be is there Halloween over your side of the world, Michael?
Well, not yet. That's
Not
going to
yet.
be
Okay.
the 31st, but people
Okay.
are kind of getting into the
Gearing up.
zone.
Yeah.
Uh, it's one of those things that folks, love to do. So, I don't know. People might be shopping for candy and all that to give away
Mm, yeah.
because you give these things away as the treat.
Yeah.
So folks start preparing for it. That could have something to do with what's happening here because there are people that get really into the Halloween spirit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's close. It's crunch time. If you don't get your stuff lined up today, tomorrow, it's going to sneak up on you. So
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
folks may well be revving up.
Out. Yeah. So it might be just two of us, Michael. So
Oh well, that's good. Then I have
that
a very easy request for you then,
ab-
because I will.
absolutely.
I have not been in this the way I need to from the beginning. And I pick up things here and there when I jump in because people ask some good questions, but it's so piecemeal. So I think one thing that would be great to do, I want to do a lead capture
Yeah.
page. I think is a smart thing to do because I have an event coming up,
Yeah.
and instead of doing a full blown website, which I think the lead capture is still the main thing, right? You want to get their information,
Absolutely.
and then I will do some blasts to the different groups, based on areas of interest. So I think tags may be useful in that.
Yeah.
So is maybe take me through the workflow on how I might want to look at approaching that.
Okay. So I think, Michael, if you're looking at doing a lead capture, so I would actually set up, depending on what do you want to, how do you want to offer this? It's just, doing a lead capture, you bring them in and using the form system. And but where do you want to take them to, and what do you want, how, to what extent, I guess, Michael, is my question as to what do you want to
I
do.
think the lead
um
capture, what I'm doing is I'm promoting an event So let's say the event is the AI, knock down, bang out, whiz conference, go from zero to hero. And
Yeah.
I'll give a day long or maybe a weekend, workshop, a few hours each day,
Okay.
taking them through the ins and outs and getting comfortable.
Yeah.
So I would have a landing page to,
Yeah.
start off as the
Okay.
intro. And
Yeah.
then that gets them to basically sign up.
Hmm.
And what they're going to sign up for is, well, I'll give newsletter maybe to, like, I think I can use this to put out a newsletter once every,
Yeah.
however often, maybe once
Yeah.
every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that
And
might be a
Michael,
part of it. I just want to build a list, I guess.
yeah, absolutely. And Michael, quick question. Where are you building your landing page?
I was going to do it right in Go High Level. That's why I said, Go High Level's got all of that. Well, I call it Go High Level, but let's call it
Go
a
Plus?
GoPro.
Okay. So, Michael, you're actually in the XP session. So if you wanted to go
Okay. So
through,
this is going to be for the courses.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
well, that's fine too. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for pointing that out.
no,
I get
that's
them mixed
okay.
up.
Yeah, so
So,
from the sound of it, I think Go Plus is actually very, very powerful. So if you want to do an event, I do think that I think you can do it in XP, but I do think if you're building a landing page and going through that process, that would actually Go Plus will actually be very useful too. But if you want something really simple, you can do it in XP. But from the sound of it, because it's an event that Go
yeah,
Plus is
yeah, let's
actually
do that. And I
I would
guess what I can do there is invite them to a micro course
yeah
that has just some basic introductory things of maybe one or two lessons, or is it a lesson or a module? I get mixed up. What's the lesson? What's the module? I think a
yeah
module is a subcomponent of a lesson, right? So you have
no
lesson
no
number one, intro, and then module, you
no
would have like these little sections, I
mm,
believe is the way
it's
they do it.
it's the other way around, Michael. It's module is the bigger casing, I believe.
Oh, I got it
um and
backwards.
then and then so you got module first. The first module contains three components, for example. And the second module contains, maybe you want to do five, whatever the number is. So it's module and then lesson. That's how it's usually structured. But you can call it anything you like, of course, Michael, if you wanted
Well,
to.
no,
But it's,
let's
I
do it
think,
that
for
way. I don't
yeah,
want to, I don't want to reinvent the rules. I'm trying to figure out how to do it the right way. So, or the best practice, let's just
yeah.
say. So
Um,
let's go with that. That sounds
yeah,
like the best practice.
yeah. So, Michael, have you been over Xperiencify? Have you actually even logged in to Xperiencify
Oh
and
yeah,
looking at the
I've
different?
done it some time ago, but I'm still
Yeah.
considering myself a beginner.
Okay. Okay. So, Michael, when you actually go and create a new course, there are actually a lot of different templates.
Right, yeah, I saw that. Yep. And then
Mm,
you go, and I think that's the rapid way to do it. Take one of those templates, tweak it a
yeah.
little bit, and then and
Yeah.
use that.
I would highly recommend actually grabbing one of those templates, especially something like the expiring mini course if you wanted list building is what you wanted to do. And you can actually always, when you grab a template, there are a whole lot of things that's preset for you. That's why I'm recommending just something for you to have to start with, to actually have a play with, rather than starting with a blank page. Um,
Sounds
so
great.
yeah, so
After you tell me this, are you going to do a slight demo so I could see it in action?
just bear with me for one moment. I'm just
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
grab
yeah.
my
Take
page
your
up.
time.
Um, okay. So Michael, I'm just going to share my screen with you, if that's okay.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
that'd be great.
there we go.
And
So
it's
it was
almost
it was
there. I can
was
almost
actually funny, Michael. You're talking about AI. At the moment, we're doing a AI and leadership course for kids. That
for
is
kids.
Yeah, for kids. Because one of the things that we do is actually help. English as a second language speakers, kids accelerate in classrooms. So AI being a new topic, and they are introducing that in New Zealand classroom next year. So yeah, so that's one of the things that we've been building is actually about AI and leadership, and just to help them accelerate, get ahead for next year before they before that gets introduced into the classroom, so they're not behind, so they're not starting in the back foot. Anyway, it's just I thought, wow, that's really cool. That your events is going to be about AI. So
Yeah, you know what? I
anyway,
like the
sorry, yeah,
idea of kids. Maybe this is a good template right here.
this one.
Yeah, that looks fun.
No, that's not a template, Michael. That's our course. So that's the course I've been building in
Oh,
the background. So that's our pilot course. So it's yeah, it's been really cool. So Michael, just if you actually hover over add a new course,
uh-huh.
and then you can actually add a lot of different so you can actually go in and you can see all the different templates here. Um, so so you can just actually choose one, and I would say, what do you want to do to actually get people engaged? What I would actually recommend is actually something like the lead magnet template, or expiring mini course. So
What's
do
the
you want me
first one you
to do you
said?
want me to sorry, gamified lead magnet, this one?
Okay.
Yeah,
Or expiring mini course. Hey,
yeah,
what
depending
about
on,
the gamified lead magnet? That sounds like fun.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Is that the one you had up there or you
Yeah.
used for the one you did?
No, I built it from scratch. So that's actually a blank
Oh,
course.
wow.
So we just built it because I've been obviously working with Xperiencify for a bit, and the things that you can do a little bit, just because we're tailoring our course to English as a second language speakers, that that they just need a little bit more help in the sense of their vocabulary and all the different things that's been added. And but I mean, Xperiencify can actually pretty much do a lot of really cool stuff. And I'll say it hits, it does everything we needed to do. So it's actually awesome. So I do think
Yeah,
though,
well, let's have some fun with that one then. That
yeah,
sounds really interesting.
yeah. So Michael, if you actually just add this to your account, and we can just open that up. Um,
Okay, and how do I add it? So once I open it, what do I do to add it?
So if you, oh, sorry, I'll just go backwards. So if you just add this, just hit the
Oh,
screen
right
button down
there.
here,
Oh, great.
and then
Yeah,
just
I can
hit,
do that.
yeah. Michael, do you want to share your screen so
No,
we can see
no,
what
I
you're,
think this is better.
yeah,
I can,
cool,
because
no
you
problem.
recording, I'll come back and review it, and then I'll try
Yeah,
it a little bit later on,
yeah,
so it would go a little faster,
okay.
and you can cover more ground.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So sorry, I actually hit it twice. So that's why it's been added twice.
Okay.
Because I went backwards to show you where that button was. So you can have a look at if you can go in. Sorry, just go in to go. So it will be sitting under, if you have published course, Michael, it will be sitting up on the top part of the see how this is all the published courses up here. So
Yeah.
you will probably want every time you
How can
add a
you tell?
new
I'm sorry. Oh, because they don't say draft.
so you see published courses, and see
Oh
there's a
yeah.
little
Uh-huh. That's how.
divider
Okay.
here, and then you go down the bottom, your unpublished courses. See
Yeah.
here?
Okay.
Yeah,
I do
and then
see
there's a little divider.
that.
So everything just sit under. So every time you create a new course, it sits down in, well, right down the bottom usually. And you'll be able to, if you wanted to organize your courses, Michael, you can actually drag and drop these just to move them.
Okay.
And these little three bars on the left hand side, do you see where my cursor is?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah. So if you do need to do that, just go in and
Move
just
it where you
drag
want,
them.
huh?
Yeah, Yeah, so it's I do highly recommend organizing and naming the course, because sometimes if you grab the same template and you're halfway working through it, and then you go, oh, actually, no, I wanted to start from scratch because, I have played with this, and you don't end up wanting to delete what you have done, I highly recommend that you name the course how you want it. So if you go to basic information, and you will actually be able to rename your course here, Michael. See where my cursor is?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah, just highlight that. So you will be able to actually change this and change the pictures over the left-hand side here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you can turn the starting
Is there a
well,
recommended image size? I know it redoes it, but do you recommend
yeah,
one?
yeah, that's best image size is 1000 px wide and 562 px high. So, but you will have this in the back end, Michael, when you added the course, that all the information is there for you anyway. So as you start to obviously change pictures, you start to customize this setup. So you'll start to customize this lead magnet page. So, sorry, am I going too detailed, Michael? It's just two of us, so
No, that's
I don't
excellent.
mind.
That is amazing. No, keep
Yeah.
going. That's
Okay.
that's what I want. Thank
So,
you.
so for example, I'll just change this so we don't get confused. So how about if I just grab one of these? So that's looking different.
Oh, where'd you get that? You just went to the gallery?
Yeah, that's in my media folder. So
Oh, you
that's
got it already
yeah,
in your stash.
yeah,
I got you.
yeah, yeah. That's and I do. I mean, I do all my graphics in Canva, and actually it's quite straightforward. And you just set up the template in the size that's recommended. And you just actually be able to just make that the right size every time. So
Mhm.
obviously that one is not, that one is a badge, so that's a square photo, obviously, but usually for the holding picture is sorry, for the cover picture is usually landscape. So okay, so you can go through Michael, I do actually highly encourage and for you to actually go through and click every single button to have a look at
You think
every
it's a good
single tab.
idea?
Absolutely, and I think in many sense you can't really get it wrong. We can always reset it and change it and that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
you can't really break it. I guess having a play with it is one of those really important things to get to know XP. And it's actually really user friendly, so you don't have to worry about you don't actually have to worry about breaking it. And there's always tech that can the support team can always help you reverse what you have done, or you can come onto the office hour and then we can go through that and give you a hand there anyway. So is that cool?
Hmm.
Okay, so I will quickly go through this because we just got Christy that has just joined us as well. So
Hmm.
so I'll just go through pages and templates, Michael. This is where you customize all your pages. So if
Hmm.
you go into, I'll show you, I'll just quickly pull up this preview page so you can see.
Okay, it's almost there and
Yeah, it
it's
will load.
loading.
So
Voila.
this is actually the page. Good morning, Christy.
Hello,
Welcome.
thank you.
So Michael, you'll be able, this is the preview page, but to edit this page, you can actually go in to the back end and go edit over here, Michael.
Yeah,
And once you go
edit.
into edit, and that actually applies, this editing process actually applies to all your custom pages. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't use that word. It's not, because you can make custom pages, but pre-built page templates. So to change, you'll be able to actually go through and edit things on here, Michael. And so when you wanted to edit the text, you want to go to edit content. Am I going a bit fast, Michael? Are you okay? Are you
No,
staying with
no,
me?
no, no.
Cool.
I'm perfect. I can consume, at a good rate. I like it because you're covering a lot of ground and there's a
Cool.
lot to be covered. So keep it
Okay.
up.
So,
Please,
okay.
yes.
So, Michael, so you'll be able to actually go into edit content here. So you'll be able to change the see the anytime that you see one of these little things that's got a little arrow pointing down, Michael, there's actually a drop down button. So if you just click it, and you'll be able to see the text tagline. And what happens, Michael, is there anything with these little curly brackets here? It will automatically
Uh,
pull the information that you have inputted into where we were before of your course name. So that will just actually bring it in so you don't have to manually type it every time.
yep, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
One
So
shot deal. It carries over.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so if you just go and have I encourage you to go ahead and have a play because, if this, just go and, in many sense, I say go mess up a template and have a little play and drag and drop things into little different areas. Like if you wanted to add a text block over the side, Michael, on the left-hand side panel over here.
Hmm.
You can actually add videos. So these are all pre-built. So you can actually just grab one and say, I want something with a video. I can just drop it in just like this. Is that cool?
Nice.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
will be able to actually change out your video and change your layouts and have a little play, Michael, and drop whatever you like and what you want, and just go through these templates and drag and drop them. And just get familiar with the template in the builder, and then we can go in depth of how to customize every little bit. But I think that might be a little bit overload. Do you think, or how are you feeling? You still there, Michael?
I like the graphics.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that cool animation though on your kids one? Did you generate it in here?
Uh,
Oh no, you
sorry.
said you used Canva.
Yeah, I use Canva. So you can actually use Canva to we do all the graphics, our templates and things like that in Canva. And I find that extremely I find that actually extremely versatile. So I can actually pretty much do all the graphics we need, but something a bit more complex, we move on to other things. But yeah, but most of the things that we do in Canva. How are we feeling, Michael? Are we feeling excited
Yeah,
about
I
this?
feel that is a pretty good
Yeah,
overview with some touch points.
yeah,
A matter of getting in there and kind of
yeah,
taking those templates, removing what you don't necessarily want much
yeah,
of, and adding in what you need.
yeah,
I guess the one last thing too, and someone else may have a question, is that when you're in there and go bring the screen back up just un momento,
oh, sorry,
because
yeah,
there was a nice
oh,
visual I wanted to reference, and you were in a perfect place for it. So when you're going down with these points, you're adding gamification. And I see this one has a couple of places I'm done, then down at the bottom.
yeah.
How do you gamify this? What's the rules of the road, so to speak? How does it really work?
Okay, so Michael, the idea of gamification is actually about the interaction with the brain, right? So it's actually
Oh,
about
okay.
clicking these things. So when you have done something and you get to click these buttons, and because we are in the back end and the test in the back end, so you won't pop up. But for example, if you actually did when you did a task and you get to
Yeah.
tick it off and something popped up and is interactive, it actually make you feel really positive. So you don't feel like you are just doing homework and slogging over your work, but you're actually interacting with the platform. The sound and the pop-ups are actually designed to engage the brain to actually add dopamine to the positive experience in terms of, and when you have, Michael, when you have actually feel like you have achieved something, and you're kind of going, oh yeah, that wasn't too bad, was it? That was actually quite cool.
Right.
Let's do the next
That's
task.
right.
Let's do the next task. It's actually about bite-sized achievable milestones. So that's why these are set there, that some of them are like our courses that we built as well. The first 3 ticks are pretty much a giveaway, like watch a video and say hello to everyone on the forum. And Michael, that's a really cool thing. When you get to that later, we can actually talk about building a forum, actually using XP. That is another thing, and you can actually keep everybody on the platform rather than sending them off to Facebook.
That is an amazing way to do it. That is the way to do it.
Yeah, I love it because with kids that we need to keep them on the platform. We can't send them out to the social media. So that is actually really beneficial for us, and everything is in the sense of in a safe, controlled environment. So they are not interacting with social media. So that was actually one of the things that I love it. So I think it's awesome. So Michael, have I actually answered your question?
Yeah, you have absolutely done it. I'll punt and
Cool.
let somebody else get in there. They may have a question. If it gets quiet again, I got a couple more for you.
Yeah, for sure. No problem. But Michael, just I do highly encourage, go have a play, drag and drop. You can't break it. And you can always bring the template back. You can always insert the template or custom build it. But I think getting to know it is actually absolutely the first step. Just have fun.
Is there an
just have
area
fun
that
with it.
has some samples of people that are best practice, so to speak? Anything like that where you could say, hey, like inspiration?
That is a really good question. There's a marketplace, so you actually be able to go have a look at all the landing pages, so to speak. Well, there's actually a marketplace page for everything that people have actually.
Marketplace. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
So go have a play. It's just actually templates of what they have used Xperiencify to build, but it's not course per se, but it's just the front page considering you're building a what you want,
That's
a
awesome.
landing page that you'll be able to.
Where is that located? The marketplace, is it just Xperiencify.com?
Hang on. That is a good question. I never visited the marketplace, but hang on, just bear with me, Michael.
You know it's there somewhere, right?
It is. Well, I'll share this with you. Just real quick. This is our page, but let me. Michael, are you part of the Xperiencify Facebook group?
I need to get in there. I don't know if I'm in it or not. I'm a lifetime member though of the Xperiencify.
So this is our marketplace page.
Okay.
So you will be able to build a similar landing page.
Not measure success.
No,
can you drop that in the chat there?
Yeah, that's ours. Do you want ours?
Well, I just to click, the link, just drop it in the chat.
I'll do that for you. That's ours. But what I will do, Michael, though, is
whose did you say this was? I'm sorry.
This is ours. So this is my course. So this is this is my marketplace. So but there should be a place that collects it. I'm really sorry. I have to be honest. I've never visited. Let me post that link on XP Facebook page, and then you'll be able to grab it from there. How does that sound, Michael? But I will drop this for you. This is what we have done. So, but this is ours anyway. I've dropped that for you.
So are you mesuccess.org? That looks awesome. I love your graphics and your inspiration there. That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
That's you? Is that your presence?
Yes.
Oh, you're good, Becky.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Very kind.
That stuff looks like the real deal right there.
We do love it, and we do love the transformation, seeing the transformation in our students. So we actually do both. So we built courses, but we also have our own courses that we run too. So yeah, yeah,
Okay, and I can get to them
cool.
all from this page that you posted here.
Yeah, yeah. But I
Excellent.
mean,
Thank
it's
you.
if you think about it, Michael, is XP is actually different. If you think of them in blocks, of which block and what do you want every single block to achieve? That's a
Okay.
good way of actually start to think about, it's the customer journey that you take people through, and you think of them like a little building blocks. And then that way that you'll be able to actually go through the process and yeah. So is that
That's an
helpful?
excellent way to visualize it. Thank
Mm,
you for that
cool.
little tidbit.
You're most welcome. But I'm here every Wednesday, so we can continue if you got once you've done your questions. Once
Yeah,
you
I
have a little
will.
play and yeah. So sorry, Michael,
Sounds good.
we wanted to hop on to Christy. She's been very patient
Yeah,
and
let's hear
waiting.
what she's
So
got. Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, thanks
hey,
so much. So I had a question I had launched a course a while ago
cool. Oh,
and
awesome. Yeah,
and I had, oh, hold on, I'm going to close my door just a
yeah,
minute.
no problem. Is that Justine? Welcome. Someone else here too.
So I had one student go through the course.
Yeah.
I'm now relaunching it, and I'm hoping getting more than one student going through the course. But my question is, will the previous students get all of my email sequences again if I start launching a tag? Like I have the same tag because I have
Yeah.
a tag for the course.
Yeah.
And so I'm sending out emails for anybody, with that same tag.
Yeah.
So will they continue? Will they get all the original cohort get all of those emails?
No, they shouldn't do, because if it's only if the tag is set up to say so usually when you set up the sorry Christy, just bear with me for a moment. Let me just have a look at my template. So no, it shouldn't. It only should be a new student. So Christy, would you like to share your screen so we can have a look at what, or do you want me to?
Yeah, no, I'm just on a funky screen right now. Hold on, let me.
No problem. So how are you, Christy? You've been busy getting ready for Halloween?
Not so much for
Yeah.
Halloween, no.
Yeah. It's not really Halloween's not a big thing in New Zealand. So from time to time you do see pumpkins and things like that outside, but I understand it's a very big thing in States, right?
It is a big thing in the States for sure.
Yeah.
We will have a very busy, we live in a very kid-friendly community, so
Yeah.
we will get lots of folks. Okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
let me I need to send a request
Yep,
to
no
share.
problem. Here we are.
Okay, share that screen. All right. So here is my course, and its content. So I guess the pages or the automation is where I have my
Yeah.
welcome,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
So here is the welcome. Oh, I don't need to show you the actual thing, but so there's the email. Oh, shoot.
Yep.
So wrong one. So how do I ensure that experience automations, welcome email. So here we go. So
So
how do I ensure that, because
um,
this just says, right, the trigger is
yep,
getting assigned the course, isn't it?
yeah. Sorry, Christy, if you go into all students, can you click on that?
Right here?
Yeah. So let's have a look at this. So,
I want them all to get this tag,
okay.
and then again, the automation goes from there,
Yeah.
Down a while. I just didn't want the previous cohort to get that. And this is something that I'm going to do every month too. So I want everybody to keep getting. Do I just need to change are you sure that they won't get it, or do I need to
I think highly recommend to, usually what happens is when you set up a automation, that there will be a starting trigger. Hang on, just bear with me. Can you click on the change the starting trigger for me, Chrissy? Let's just have a look. Okay, so starting trigger is when they are added to the course. So that means when they are first added to the course, they will get this email. So your starting trigger right there is actually correct. But I do obviously highly recommend if you're going to do this every month, I would just test it out once, just add yourself as a new student again, or another email address. You can remove yourself as a student and add yourself as a student just to see if the automation works. But your starting trigger is right, only when they are added to the course. So
yeah. So what about all of these other things? So that starts all of this trigger, or all of these?
So they will actually be worked through the sequence. So starting trigger is one of those really important things. What happens that start the domino event, basically. So your starting trigger is right, so they should be all set to go. But Christy, I've seen your automations. You're building some really, really complex and cool stuff. So well done. And sometimes I went, oh my God, I'm a bit lost. Where is she now? Okay, that's really cool. So you must spend a lot of time building the automation. So good on you.
Yes.
It's really cool. So and I think Christy, your starting trigger is right. So I think you're good. Right. But yeah, absolutely. So I think setting that very first starting trigger is always the thing for every single automation. If you check, what is going to trigger, and then where do you want them to end up, is I think that's the way to think. And then sometimes it's and sometimes even when I'm building my automation, like why is that not working? Oh, oops, the starting trigger is not quite right and I haven't set it right. So that's been my experience. There's always the starting trigger that actually trips me up. So I think I got it right there. Cool. Was that helpful, Christy?
Yes.
But do test it. Do test it. That's always
waking up in the middle of the night saying, "Oh my gosh, I hope this person doesn't keep getting emails from me," because as you can see, there's a lot of them, and I don't. He's already received them all. I don't want him to get them all again. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the best thing is actually just to just to actually put yourself as a test student, just add yourself as a test student again, and then put yourself through the course, because you can remove yourself from any course and then add yourself back in, and you will be able to go through the sequence, and then that way you can actually walk through that process. If you have 2 emails, you can keep yourself in the second one. I have 2 test emails, one for staying on, just to make sure I don't end up receiving 10,000 automations that I've already received before, and the other one's adding a new student and then going through the process just to make sure. But it shouldn't, because your starting trigger is only when it's added, only when you're a new student being added. So cool.
Tell me that again. Tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so what I do is I've got two test profiles for myself. So I have one that I keep logged in basically. So I've signed up myself onto a course, and I will go through the whole process of making sure all the automation works. And then I will have another one just to test when I'm adding as a new student. I am a new student. That my other accounts that have gone through the whole process is not receiving the emails all over again, just because I've just added a new student.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that
so
okay.
that way you can actually test
Yes.
both ends, just to make sure that people are not getting new students, the old students are not getting the same emails as the new students all over again, because we are all a little bit overwhelmed with the emails, aren't we? Because
yes.
yeah. But,
And is that a third email? Have you taken courses from
yes, I have.
Xperiencify? So that is
Yeah.
a third email then.
Yeah.
Because I do get confused. I'm still hoping somebody can explain it where it kicks in with me, where I have an admin password, username
Yes.
and password,
Yes.
and then I have, a course of as a student for like a real course. Like I was an EPM student,
Yes.
and on my phone I
Yeah.
just am doing EPM.
Yeah.
So that I can access that. But now it's like kicked me out, and now I can't get back in. So so on my desktop, I just try to do like my admin login, and then also that like a different test email as a student for my courses.
Yeah.
So is that what you do as well?
So I have okay, Christy, you're not going to believe this, because of the different profiles of the work that we do as in our company. I have 9 emails. So I keep them all separate of the things that we do, mentoring and all the different things that we do. I keep all my emails separate. But I am logged into 3 different places, and then because we have done EPM as well. I'm actually retaking EPM just because refresher is always really, really good. And Marissa is amazing, right? So that's really cool. So I logged in, and I think Rachel has actually shared something with me, and it's really, really cool, just to not get confused that incognito window, if you log in there, that you actually be able to manually put in different passwords, because that overrides. So you actually be able to use your on your desktop, if you want to do your EPM and do all your different ones, that if you actually use the window to actually log in that way, you actually be quite safe. So that's what I found that is actually really good. But Christy, do you have Gmail? Sorry.
The incognito is good to test as a student?
I think it's just actually good for, I've turned out it's very, very good for everything. So it just forgets password, and it doesn't get interference from anything else. And that was actually really cool, because I was having a little bit of trouble with because I've got so many AI tools installed on my computer. Just as I was testing all the different AI tools, I have that installed, and that is not sometimes it interferes a little bit with what when I'm running a program, and just slows it down. So it just keeps it really tidy. So that's what I found, that you will be able to actually, because it will ask you, a pop-up window will actually ask you what you want to log in as. So you just actually take the student password and put it in, or you can use your builder's password and log it in. So that way, I think that way you'll be able to keep it straight.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you do actually have Google profile, you can actually set different email addresses up in the different windows. Like I'll quickly share. This is just bear with me. Okay. I'll share this with you.
Yeah, I've got Google.
You got Google, but sorry, this is not it, because that is in that one. Okay. So let me just share this, Christy, just to help you get that a bit. So, Christy, can you see the drop down that I've just opened?
Yes.
Yeah. So I keep all the different courses here. Into like this one is actually log in as a test student, and I use the one of these ones, Team AI as my new student login always. So you know this profile keep getting added and removed as a new student if I needed to test something, but this one is permanently logged in as a student. So if you set it up that way, I do actually find that they don't interfere with each other because they're different profiles.
Yeah. I have no idea. That sounds very interesting. I wouldn't want you to spend time telling me how to do that, but where did you learn how to do that?
So if you just
Google it.
Yeah, no. If you actually have a Google profile, you know, if you have a Gmail for one thing, and if you have a Gmail, you'll be able to set up a profile, and everything that you add to a bookmark is actually only solely for that window. So that way, if you think about it, they are self-contained units, and you'll be able to actually contain your specific login in that profile only. So if you think about it that way, that was quite easy to create.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just pulling up those pages and bookmarking that page for that profile.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then
I
if you just
love
keep
it.
it, yeah, you just keep it that way, and then that way you'll be able to actually open that profile, click in, and then you're right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
but
helpful.
yeah. Well, that's
Good.
good. That's good. But Chrissy, one thing is that sometimes when we're in a hurry, copy and pasting magic link into cross profiles, sometimes it can get confused. So you just want to make sure. It took me a while to get rid of. I was like, why am I keep logging into my student account as a builder? So that is actually causing problem for me because I need to see the front end. It took me a little while. So just be sure to actually only click the link that is actually saved in your bookmark. Otherwise, it can get very confusing. So it took me a while. I was pulling my hair out and doing all sorts of things trying to resolve it, but it's just actually clearing the cache and do it again if that does get possible.
And are you using the app at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you do that same thing?
Uh,
That's harder to navigate, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I on the I actually open it as a web page. When I use Xperiencify, I am only log into EPM on my phone. So it's just because I think it's using the building on the phone is not, you know, unless I need to check something or show something. That's about the only thing I do on the phone. I just find this, maybe I'm getting older, Christy. I just find that it's a bit more to actually use the builder, and I could actually make a fundamental mistake on my phone. So that's a personal thing. But and I've seen people do it on the phone, though. So I do admire them that they can do that. So
Yeah,
good on them. So cool.
yes. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
I think we have, but that's okay. I don't mind staying for a little bit, just because I wanted to make sure that you got that all clear. So,
Yeah.
Justin, are you with us? Justine, am I saying that name right?
Justine, yeah. Thanks,
Justine?
Becky. I gotta run.
Okay. Bye, Christy. Justine, are you there? No. Okay. Justine? No. Michael, are you still with us?
Mute. Yeah, I was here just hanging out, picking up what I could.
Oh, good.
So it looks like
So,
we're coming down to the home stretch here.
yeah. I think Justine is not with us. You did say you have a couple more questions, just while we wait for Justine to come online, and
Yeah, we got a minute or two.
yeah,
And
for sure.
Yeah, in the you were on the quiz thing, and there's two different types of point systems I noticed. One is like XP and bonus points.
Yeah,
So what's
yeah.
the difference between those really?
So, okay, so XP is what you need. So usually what you will do is you said that XP is the mandatory, this is how I see it, mandatory actions that you must take to complete the course. So
Mm,
the things that's absolutely what you want them to learn. They must learn it to achieve the goal that you want them to, you want your student to achieve. That's how I see XP. And the XXP is, you sometimes you get these really, these really cool students that wanted to supercharge, or the ones that just want more and that really are there for the challenge. So XXP, in my opinion, is something that it's not necessary that you have to do to get the transformation that you desire for your students, but it's actually cool if they wanted to do it. It challenges them and then give them a different experience, or they wanted to take it to the next level. So that's just additional bonuses that you want them to do if you want them to feel challenged. Does that explain that,
yeah,
Michael?
yeah. And
Mm.
so in terms of configuring it, does it matter, which sequence it's in, which one you pick first, second, or, in terms of just setting,
No,
actually creating the page,
just
the
creating the.
experience?
So I think what I usually do, though, as a recommendation, but it's up to you, obviously, Michael, is that we do. I have everything that they have to achieve in the first block. First. So anything additional, I usually put it down the bottom because usually the XXPs are the harder tasks, and they
Hmm.
must go through that first set of tasks to go through to the XXP because they must understand the fundamentals before they can, be challenged, I guess, because they must have the knowledge first.
Hmm.
What I think is that usually put it down the bottom, but it shows up slightly different, so it's not mandatory for them to do. They can still pass the course. So, for example, they must complete all the XPs to graduate the course,
Hmm.
but they don't have to um, do the XXP to pass the course. They will not be counted as they'll still pass and finish count as completed if you have them assigned as XP as appear to XXP. So that's the distinction, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good. Yep.
yeah,
That's some options, must
yeah.
must complete versus nice to complete type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I do think that there are students that wanted to grab, people are competitive. So and there are people that do just wanted to collect every point possible. And that's actually really cool. And you'll know who those are. And they are the ones that likes a bit of a challenge. So
Yeah, you
yeah,
got different
yeah.
folks for different folks.
Yeah, and I do think that is the XP are there to keep the mind, to keep a few of them more engaged because they feel like they're challenged, and some people like being challenged, and some people just say, "Oh, it's too hard, I won't do that." So it's just I think Xperiencify it is designed to engage and hit as many um, gamification points as possible. So that's why it's designed the way it is. So it's actually really cool.
That's awesome.
Mm, mm.
Okay, no,
So
that explains it. Did
cool.
you say our other person was there or not there?
No, Justine, are you with us? No.
Thank
Oh,
you.
she is.
Good, Jennifer. Okay, so I'm just learning about the discussion for today.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any questions that's on top of your head that we can answer for you?
Um, no for now.
No?
So
Okay.
maybe the next time, yeah.
for sure.
Thank you
For
so
sure.
much. Yeah.
Did you say
Mhm.
there was that community that we should be familiar with? You mentioned the links to the community.
Yes. So once let me pop this let me just share the screen. Michael, I do highly recommend that. Go have a little play on the back end of the platform, just so you can see where all the tabs are and we don't know what they do. Come back into the office hour, then we can go through that with you, no problem. But let me just
It's
share
a good strategy.
yeah.
I'll
So
take you up on that.
yeah. So here we go, Michael. Forum is that is the community space, so you can actually set this up in here. So
Okay.
just click the button. You'll actually be able to pull the course through as well. I'll just go into this mission discussion. So this is part of our course. So as we are going through that, you actually be able to bring in, you can have a blank space and you can actually create a different space, create group, and then you can have subgroups and things like that. So this is the forum, what it looks like. So if you go to, like, for example, if you go click onto a training, I will take you to the training if you want to bring all your different courses into the back end onto separate groups. So you can keep, you can actually create different groups for different courses and different subgroups as well within the course. So it's the idea of is to just have a little, go in and have a play, really, Michael. And I think that's the best way
I will.
of actually doing
that
that.
looks so appealing. In clicking the link you sent earlier, your link, would I be able to play that game that you have there for the kids?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to do it. It looks so inviting.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. So, Michael, I hope I've actually helped and answered your questions.
Yes.
So do come back next week and I will find out how to access Marketplace. I'm really sorry that I don't have an answer for you right now, but I will drop it into Facebook as well for you. But at the same time, I will make sure that I have the answer for you if you do come back next week.
Well, you've given some good ones today, so thank you.
Cool. But my biggest recommendation, and Justine as well, is if you're new to XP, is actually hop into the back end, have a little play, click every button and see what they do. I think the only button you probably want to leave for now while you're testing all this is actually the payment page.
Oh.
Yeah. So just you know, we can walk through that more properly. But if you actually, one thing that's actually very, very helpful is actually, let me just share this for those of you if you're new and haven't really. Sorry, Michael, just let me stop sharing and I'll bring the right page. Okay, so if we go here, if you got a burning question and you want answered, if you go to Help Center, Michael.
Yep.
So,
yes, that looks like a good location as well.
Yeah. So if you actually click on the button and you will actually be able to search for any helpful articles, and the help center is actually really, really helpful. This actually have most of the answers and step-by-step guide to take you through things. So I highly recommend using that in the absence of between now and the next office hour. So I do actually find this very helpful.
Be ready. So be ready with some good questions next time. All right.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
Okay. All right. I think I didn't mean to set you a challenge, Michael. I didn't mean to do that.
No, you want it to be more where hands-on, and then it would take it to the next level. I do a lot of training and instructing, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I do think though, play with the templates and then what's there is actually just go and have a play, and I think that way that's the when you're actually going to come up with the questions.
Yeah, you're right.
Only when you start doing it, then that way, you know, you'll run into some things you're kind of going, that's not making sense to me. And then we can troubleshoot that. But yeah, so
Will
hopefully
do.
that was helpful, Michael. And
Extremely. Thank you.
cool. All right.
Yes, it's really clear. Thank you so
Cool.
much,
You're most
Becky.
welcome. And nice to have both of you, Michael and Justine. So have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, yes.
You do the
Cool.
You
same.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I'm heading
taking
to
your
the
time
conference. So
to hang out with us.
cool. No, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. So have fun. Have lots of fun with XP. And
That's the name of the game.
yeah, and I
I
think
will.
just click the buttons, Michael, when I get when I'm through my building process as well, you know, when you're working through the course or building something and then you kind of go, oh, I can't do this anymore. Just click the buttons because you know what? You know, those pop-ups really does help you refresh your brain.
Yeah,
Because you can
that's a great
you can
recommendation.
you can unclick them too.
All right.
Yeah.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Experiment and learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Xperiencify represents, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The experience.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, have a wonderful evening,
You
day, and
too. Thank
we'll
you.
see you next time.
All right. Is there something
Okay.
else in the chat? Did you put another link? Yep. Oh, that's yours. Oh, that's the
No,
otter. Okay.
no,
Looks
that's
good.
it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Bye for now.
Bye.